first teacher is Independent Sales Director Valerie Lucio Zalenski, and she is going to teach you about selling made simple. Let's give her a warm welcome.
Well, great afternoon, everyone. Well, you know, Mary Kay Ash said that nothing happens until someone sells something. The good news is you don't need more time. You need simple, consistent strategies that work. Today is about making modern selling easy, natural, and duplicatable. Raise your hand if you've ever thought, I just need more customers. Okay, well, good. You're in the right room. Well, this will be my 22nd year completing Mary Kay's National Court of Sales, so I definitely have, thank you. So after 22 years, I do have some knowledge on this topic of sales. Mary Kay has given me an extensive outline, and so we're going to cover a lot of topics. Are you ready to take some notes? Great. Now, the things I talk about today, you may already be doing some of those things really well. If you are, great, don't change it. But I want you to pick 3 or 4 areas to work on and take those ideas home with you and put them into practice immediately. Okay? All right, let's go. So let's talk about building your customer base in the digital age. Customers come from connections. Now, lead generation doesn't start with social media, it starts with relationships. You can build relationships at in-person appointments or online appointments equally. The key is getting to know your customers in the time that you have with them. People do business with people they like and trust. Ask questions to learn about your clients. People like to talk about themselves. Have you noticed? So just ask. You'll learn a lot about them if you just ask a few questions. Referrals plus bookings equals sustainable growth. When I started my Mary Kay business, I knew 3, count them, 3 women in my city. Those were the women that I worked with. I had 0 family and friends to start with. And this was before the digital age, okay? And I'm an introvert. Are there any other introverts out there? Oh, good. I'm not alone. There actually are quite a few introverts who are very successful in Mary Kay. So my idea was to have one party with those 3 ladies. My director said, "Do you really only know 3 people?" And I said, yes. And she said, okay, well, then we're going to change the strategy. You are going to ask each one of those ladies to have a small get-together for you so that you can meet their family and friends. And that was how I started to grow my business. I had 3 parties instead of 1, and I got to meet several new people because of them. Now, a strategy I have to get referrals is I give my current customers an incentive when they send me a new customer. If someone tells me, oh, Valerie, I gave your number to my sister, I ask her for her sister's information because I know I will follow up with her before she follows up with me. And in return, I tell my customer that when her sister, her referral purchases from me, in return, she will get a $10 product credit to use on her next order. That keeps the referrals coming. Happy customers are your best marketing. Now, every appointment should lead to your next appointment. Mary Kay taught us that to get a minimum of 2 appointments booked from every single appointment. That applies to your in-person appointments and your virtual appointments. So figure out what is the best practice for you to get those 2 future appointments. Number 1, you gotta ask. right? You got to ask for them. But consider having, here's a couple of ideas. Consider having small wrapped gifts on the table for those who book their second appointments right then and there. In November, I started incorporating a game called Deal or No Deal. Have you heard of it? Yeah, it's not anything new, but I saw a director friend of mine do this very successfully, and I made my Deal or No Deal cards. This is what they look like. So it says Deal or No Deal on this side, and on this side are premium products. So like this one has the Revealing Radiance Facial Peel. This one has the Deep Wrinkle Volume Filler. This one has the Hydrogel Eye Patches. And this one has the Biocellulose Mask. Ooh, right? Who doesn't love those? And so at the end of I discipline myself to do it at every appointment. That's whether it's a facial or a party. And if you haven't heard of Deal or No Deal, go home and Google it, how to play. But basically, you ask them if they want the deal, and if they take the deal, that means this is the product they're getting at their second appointment with you when they share it with friends. So it builds excitement. It's a little bit of positive peer pressure because, nobody wants to be the only one not booking. But it's a fun game to play, and brain science says our brain likes to play games. So make your bookings or your referrals or anything like that a game, and people will participate. So that's helped me book appointments from every appointment. So the phrase to model when booking appointments from your bookings is this, something like this. Who do you know that would love a little pampering like this? Would you be willing to share your next appointment with them to get free products? Romance Your Hostess program. I actually have mine laminated. I share it. I have it laminated so I can talk about it at the start of every single appointment I do. I talk about it at the end of every single appointment that I do. But whatever your hostess program is, romance it. Mine happens to be I offer them $25 free for holding on the original date, $25 in free product for having 5 guests 18 and over in attendance, $25 for $600 in sales and outside orders count, and $25 when 2 people book their appointment from that one. And guess what? The hostess, she can book again. And so that's their shot at $100 in product. Now, the product I give my hostess when she fulfills all 4 things costs me $50, but guess what I get in return? I get $600 in sales, 5 new customers, 2 future bookings. Is it worth it? Absolutely, it is. So let's explore some modern lead sources. Facebook VIP groups. These are private Facebook groups that you create and you invite your friends and your family to. And then enable the group to give members the ability to invite their friends and family to the group. You can do product lives, you can do parties in there. We've had a private customer VIP group in our unit that we've had since before the pandemic. I still do lives in there. You can get leads from Instagram and TikTok engagement when you post and people comment. Turn those conversations into selling opportunities. And then there's community events and pop-ups. I'm doing an event in April at my new HOA because I'm in the process of moving to a new city. It's a great way to meet new people in your community. And then there's digital connection cards. So I recently got married. You might notice a change in my name from last year. And I'm moving from San Antonio to Pflugerville, where I know no one. Well, actually, I know a couple people now. Anyone from Pflugerville in the house? Okay. So the digital business card has come in handy for me. And there are free versions of that, so do your research. But to be honest, I don't even carry a paper business card with me anymore. See, when I meet someone, I ask if I can share my digital business card with them, whether she gave me great service at a restaurant or a coffee bar, or maybe she's someone I see at the gym every day. Here's how I share it. So I've seen you here every day this week at the gym. Way to go, girl. I'm in the beauty business. May I share my digital business card with you? Sometimes they ask, what do you do? Oh, I'm a Mary Kay beauty consultant. And they'll either say, oh, Mary Kay. Sometimes they say, oh, Mary Kay. So I'll know based on their response how to continue. But, depending on what they say, they might say, oh, I tried it years ago. Is Mary Kay still around? Oh, yes, girl, it is. And I would love the opportunity to share with you the new Mary Kay. What's your number? Tell me your name, and I have my phone, and I text her the link right then and there. And what I text her, I say, hi, let's say her name is Debbie. Hi, Debbie. It was so nice to meet you at Gold's Gym today. Here's the link to my digital card. So now I have her name, her phone number, and a little bit where I met her to jog my memory for later. So when I get home, I add her to my list of contacts that I'm working on booking. So right now, I want you to turn to the person next to you really quick and share, where are you currently meeting new people? Okay, come on back. Come back to me. So if you're laughing because you're not meeting new people, if you're not meeting new people, your business will eventually stall. So making new contacts is non-negotiable. All right, let's talk about leveraging social media to grow your reach. Social media is your storefront. You don't need to be perfect, but you do need to be visible. So what should you post? Well, how about product demos, testimonials, before and after pictures or reels, your lifestyle, your flexibility. Always include a call to action and your My Shop link. Who has their My Shop set up? Yeah, I see all the lanyards out there. Way to go. So an example of a call to action would be something like this. DM me for details. Comment glow and I'll message you. Grab yours here and put your shop link for that exact product. I just did that this week, you guys, in my story. My favorite lip color, which I'm wearing today, is Powerful Pink Gel Semi-Matte Lip Color. And I get so many compliments on this color, so I posted a picture of me putting on my favorite lipstick, and I grab yours here and a link to my Shop to that exact product. Are you all a member of the My Mary Kay Facebook group for consultants? Yes. Well, if you're not, join. It's Mary Kay's official private Facebook group for independent beauty consultants. And the content in there, you guys, is so good. There are social media tutorials, content ideas. So again, you just have to request to be added. They'll verify your consultant number and you'll be added to the group. Another great resource is on MK Confident. There are social media tutorials on InTouch. And there are modules on every single platform, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. So I encourage you to check out those resources. So when it comes to social media planning, content planning, are you a planner or are you more like a post when I remember kind of person? Either works, but consistency wins the day. Consistency creates recognition. And recognition creates trust. Remember, people do business with people they trust. Your audience begins to associate you with Mary Kay. And when they see your post, they think Mary Kay, even if it's not about Mary Kay. Consistency isn't about posting more, it's about doing what you can maintain. So what post and what schedule can you maintain weekly? So when my customer is being inundated in her feed with all these other beauty brands, I want her to see my post and be reminded that she needs a mascara and to reach out to me, her beauty consultant who she likes, instead of trying those other brands that she sees. I highly recommend to use the social media handbook on InTouch under Social Media Central for a calendar of ideas and content for social media. You can literally copy and paste the captions and use company photos under the document library. Although I will say, I highly recommend make it personal. Personalize the captions. You can paraphrase them or rephrase them in your own language and use photos of you with the products. People want to see your face with the product, and that builds trust that you use the products that you promote. So the winning formula, Reels create reach because they reach outside your followers. Stories create connection. Posts create credibility. And lives create trust. So here's how I personally use social media. I post daily in my stories. Sometimes it's about Mary Kay, sometimes it's me at the gym, sometimes it's me on a walk. This week I posted video in my stories as I was walking outside and sharing about the March team building promotion and the flexible ways that we can grow our business as independent beauty consultants. I like to do a good mix of both Mary Kay and my life and my family. I post in my feed on Instagram and Facebook a minimum of 3 times a week, usually Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and usually in the evenings. I follow a social media calendar that I've created with my virtual assistant. Mary Kay did teach us as leaders, which I am in Mary Kay, to hire help when it's an area that's not a strength of ours so that I can focus on working with my team and my customers. And as a beauty consultant, you don't need to do that, but I just want to be authentic in how I manage it all. So be real, be simple. It doesn't need to be perfect, but people want to see what's real. We are more relatable in our imperfections. So the next part I want to talk about is developing your fan faves system. What do I mean by that? See, simplicity sells. And if your customer's confused, they don't know what to buy. Create a list of your top 5 to 10 go-to products and then position them like this. If you're not sure where to start, these are my basics. These are my most repurchased products. Why it works is because it removes overwhelm, right? There's so many choices out there. It speeds up decisions and it builds confidence. So you could create a short 30-second demonstration or story around your 5 to 10 products that are your go-to. Focus on the benefits of your go-to products, how they save time, how they feel amazing, how they boost confidence. And then you want to bundle and sell in sets. Sets increase sales naturally. Customers don't just want products, they want solutions. So here's an example. You could say, if you love this, you'll love it with whatever. So for example, if you love the oil-free eye makeup remover, you're going to love its bestie, the micellar water, to remove face makeup and oil and impurities from the day from your face. So create 2 to 3 simple sets. For example, your skincare set, your 5-minute face set. That could be foundation primer, CC cream, shimmer eyeshadow stick, lip gloss. A self-care set. That could be the masking duo of deep cleansing charcoal mask, the hydrating cream mask, and the hydrogel eye patches. And position your sets like this is the best value. This is what most customers choose. So let's just touch on overcoming a few objections. Objections are normal. It's not rejection, you guys. They're not saying no to you. They're responding to how it's presented. I was taught as a beauty consultant that if you get an objection, be happy, because that means you have a shot. It wasn't a flat out no. With an objection, you have the opportunity to overcome it. So let's go over some common objections and some possible responses. I don't have time. Here's a response. I totally get it. That's why I offer quick 15-minute pampering sessions. I'm not interested in a party. No problem. I also do super casual, no pressure sessions, just you and a few friends. I already have everything. Perfect. Then you'll love seeing what's new and trending. Be flexible in your booking options. You may have a preference in how you do appointments. Anyone have a preference? Who prefers virtual? Who prefers in person? Oh, more hands there. I prefer in person as well, but guess what? I do both equally well. So get good at doing virtual, in person, and even quick 5 products in 15 minutes. Those are great virtually. So what are you doing to create customer loyalty once they are your customer? How do you make your customers feel special? What sets you apart from the big box retailers? So here's just a few examples, but there are so many other things you can do. But what about a birthday special? I offer my customers a discount on one purchase during their birthday month. But they get a bigger discount if they do a skin analyzer scan with me and then do a quick video chat to go over their results. It gives me a chance to make sure they're happy with their current products and also suggest products that they haven't tried yet based on their scan. Also, referral rewards. We already talked about that. Offering $10 for each referral they send to you when the referral makes a purchase. And then what about shout outs on social? Take pictures with your party guests. I always do this. Before and after photos with their permission. And post pictures of you with your reorder customers if you're making a delivery, or take a picture of their package and thank them on social for their business. And then once we get through all that, we want to master the close. To be honest, I really struggled with this as a beauty consultant. This was an area I really had to practice. I remember at my first party, this is literally what I said. Okay, we're done. If there's anything you'd like, just let me know. Yeah, how effective do you think that was? Not very, right? I had to grow my confidence, and that came with practice. Confidence closes the sale. And if you don't ask, the answer is always no. I do a group close using my set sheet that I created, and then I always close individually. So here's some simple closing phrases. Let's go over your favorites together. If you could get everything you wanted, what would that be? And then you as the beauty consultant, write that down. That's her entire wish list. And then ask, well, where do you see yourself getting started today? If she can't, she'll let you know. But use her wish list as a reason to book her next appointment with you to be shared with friends for your hostess credit. If it's a virtual appointment, close on the spot if possible. That's easier to do if it's 1 to 2 people. In a large group, you might need to close them individually afterwards. But I text them my shopping sheet and my shop link immediately after the virtual event, and then I begin the process of doing individual follow-up. So here's an example of a virtual party close. Thank you so much for coming. I can't wait to hear your favorites. I can help you narrow it down and share a couple specials that you might love. Would you prefer I call or text you? So again, always include your My Shop link, your shopping sheet if you use one, and the easy next step for payment. Master getting referrals in person and virtual. So say it naturally, practice it. Every time you're in front of one person or 10, I make it a game. Again, remember I told you games, people like games, our brains like games. So after compliment time, I ask them if they had fun. And who do they know that they would love to experience, would love to experience what they just did and deserves some me time. And then I play a song on my phone, something fun and upbeat. And then I clean up. If this is an in-person appointment, I'm cleaning up. And I make it a race, and I tell them the first person, well, whoever has the most names and numbers when the song is over wins a prize. And it could be like a small Satin Hands hand cream from section 2 that I give away. And they love it, and they race to see who have the most names and numbers. So let's talk about some tools that make selling easy for us. Tools to simplify our business. My Shop, right? Who absolutely loves your My Shop? I do. I use it every single day. You're like, how does she use it every single day? When I'm talking to someone about a product, I will copy and paste the URL to that product and send it to them. I want them to see the customer ratings. I want them to see the order of application. It has ingredients. It has it all on there. It's so good. So start using if you're not using that all the time to text links to people to do that. I encourage you to do that. And if you're a new beauty consultant, you can actually study your My Shop for product knowledge. Always share your link, put it in your bio, put it in text messages, put it in posts, and encourage your customers to create an account on your My Shop instead of using guest checkout so that you have a record of their purchases in the future. Some other tools that make our life easy are Mary Kay apps, like the Skin Analyzer app. Who utilizes that? I do. Oh, yes. We love that. And the Mirror Me app. That's our virtual try-on, where they could try makeup on their own face. And how about the AI Foundation Finder? Yeah, you can access that from your My Shop website. I text that link to people, and this is great if you physically can't get together with someone and match them. But I do recommend, I tell my customers, do the scan on a clean face, outside, in natural light. That's where you're gonna get the best result. The interactive catalog on your My Shop. If you can't get a lookbook in their hands, the interactive catalog is the next best thing. And this book can be shared, again, from your My Shop website. Use your flip chart at in-person and virtual appointments. You don't have to memorize your presentation. Practice with it, and you'll feel more at ease and natural at your appointments. Plus, you won't forget crucial things like asking for referrals, because that's in your flip chart. And there's some closing questions in your flip chart too. And when it comes to using closing sheets, your director may have a closing sheet that she created and recommends, but again, on InTouch, in the document library, there are 3 closing sheets. One for skincare, one for color, and one for a pampering party. Those closing sheets keep you confident and consistent, and you'll sell more product because you're selling in sets. So do me a favor, will you? Do not hand out the look catalog at the end of your selling appointments to close a sale. You will kill your sale. How do I know this? From personal experience. You do a stellar skincare presentation. They ask you, do you have a book? And you give it to them, and you know what happens? They flip to the back of the book, because that's where all the eye candy is, right? The lip gloss, the lipstick, the eyeliners, and they'll buy a lipstick and a lip gloss instead of a miracle set. So close with your closing sheet, give them the look catalog as a party favor on their way out when they leave, okay? All right, thank you. So did you pick 3 or 4 areas to work on? You don't need to do it all, but pick 3 or 4 things that I shared tonight. Everyone in this room has the same opportunity. There is enough customers and sales to go around. The difference is consistency. Simple actions, repeated daily, that's where breakthrough happens. So here's your challenge. Are you ready? Get your pens ready. I'm leaving you with a challenge. You didn't think I was not going to leave you a challenge. So before you leave this conference, choose one, just one of these things to complete. Either post on social media, start a VIP group for customers if you don't have one already, create your fan faves list of products to share, open and use your My Shop, although I see a lot of lanyards, so I think a lot of you have done that already, or book a party within 24 hours to be held in the next 2 weeks. You don't need more information. You just needed to get into action. Now let's go create some results and have your best seminar year yet.